Hello, Snakes. My name is Dante, and today it's Podcast Tuesday. But since I am in Liverpool, it has to be a recorded podcast because, well, yeah, uh, internet's not really that good there. But I mean, but still, we got a podcast. This podcast will be about trinkets. Trinkets are basically, artifacts that cost one mana or less. Next podcast will be about treasures. Artifacts that are at least 6 mana. So let's go into the combo explanation on why they're called trinkets and, well, begin the podcast. Let's start. Combo of the week. And we got. We got Clock of Omens, Academy Manufacture, and Transmutation Font. So, Academy Manufacture lets you create a clue, food, and a treasure if you were to create one of them. Like, if you were to create a food or a clue or a treasure, instead you create one of each. Transmutation font. You tap to create either a blood, a clue, or a food. So you have to create. So, and for free mana, you can sacrifice free artifacts with different names to search your library for an artifact, put in the battlefield, and shuffle. Activate only the sorcery. So how this combo works, you can basically get infinite food, clues, and treasures. It's because you just create. So you tap the transmutation font, create a clue, which creates a food and a treasure. Tap two of those tokens to untap the transmutation font, and you just do this infinitely. And then once you have an infinite amount of clues, foods, and treasures, you can start using them to create blood tokens, granting you infinite blood. Now, once you have those infinite tokens, you can start sacrificing some tokens, some bloods, clues, who's using treasures and mana, and you start pulling out all your artifacts in your deck. So yeah, that's basically your infinite combo right there. Infinite tokens combo. It's just wow. Let's go to our trinket explanation. And we got Trinket Mage and Urza. So Trinket Mage is where we get the name of Trinket. So it's a free mana 2/2 human wizard. With one ETBs, you may search your library for an artifact of MV1 or less. Put in your hand and shuffle. You have to reveal it, of course. Urza Saga's step 3 gets you either a 0 mana or a 1 mana artifact. Not the same thing as Trinket Mage. Trinket Mage is 1 or less. So basically, any cost. But Urza Saga has to be the cost has to be 0 or one generic. It can't be no cost. It can't be Phyrexian or colored mana or hell even colorless. Not even colorless works. X costs cannot be brought in like you know engineer explosives. So yeah, let's go into our number 10. Where we got Mott's Diamond, a 0 mana artifact. When if it would ETB, may discard land instead. And if you do, Mott's Diamond enters. Otherwise gets sent to the graveyard. Tap for 1 mana of any card to your mana pool. Now this is basically a mob. It's not it's not the um it's not it's not the strongest, but it's just well it's played in Legacy, and well it's part of the reserve list. One of the few cards in the reserve list to actually have a reprint in front of so because it was from Stronghold. Then it got reprinted in front of Vault Relic, even more expensive. This was $600. This is $600. In front of Vault is $800. And then on online, it's Tempest it's a Tempest remastered card. So yeah, I mean, so yeah, Karn and Mott's Diamond were among the uh, few reserve list cards to actually get like reprints. Because Karn, not only did it get reprinted in from the most relics, it got reprinted again in Commander's Arsenal as an over. Oh wait, as an oversized card. So not that. So only once, but still, this was reprinted. So yeah, from the Vault's relic, literally like the only reserve list that reprinted cards in the reserve list. I'm the only uh, from the vaults. That's what I'm saying. I'm actually surprised, but still, it's Mott's Diamond. That's our number 10. It's very good. It's played in Legacy, especially lands deck because you got lots of lands. So you can discard. It's a ramp. It's just you discard lands to just ramp a turn something. You know what I mean? Let's go to our number 9, where we got very popular right now in Modern due to Carnado. So 1 mana, we got Shoko. 1 mana, artifact equipment, equip creature gets +1/+0, and equip 0. So this card is good because it's an equipment that can equip for 0. So you can attach, so you can just attach it instantly to anything, no costs. And the good thing is you can trigger lots of stuff. You can, um, so um, you can also equip it to the same creature. You don't, unlike Lightning Greaves, you don't you can equip it to the same creature because Lightning Greaves you have to you have to move it from one creature to another. Shuko, uh, it's played in Modern in the Nadu deck because you can with Nadu use Shuko to trigger um, Nadu to get a bunch of lands, cards. I mean with Nantuko that actually increases to like you start getting lands and creatures and so yeah get creatures when you put lands down. So yeah, and that means you can do more activations and well Shuko it's just it's just good. I mean also like before Naru, I've once found a deck that uses Shuko with Crackdown Construct, which gets stronger for activated abilities. And Legacy also has a self-mill combo using Shuko and a Cephalid. It was called uh I mean there are others. I mean there's Cephalid Aristocrats, there's Cephalid what the one they mainly use is Cephalid Illusionist. Because it's cheaper than Cephalid Aristocrats. And well, it allows you to prevent damage as well, I mean, if needed. So yeah, and so yeah, that's basically our number 9. We got Chuko. Let's go to our number 8. We got Amulet of Vigor, a modern classic, which is still played today. I mean, it's what basically invigorates, the Amulet Titan deck, allowing you for quick and easy kills because when the permanent ETB is under control, tapped, untap it. So with bounce lands, you can you get extra mana. You can float mana, bounce. I mean, even if you have multiple land drops, you can just replay the bounce land lots of times. It's with Dry Releasing Grove. I mean, you have multiple Amulet of Vigors, and they will just stack. So you get lots of ETB triggers. You get more mana because if you have two amulets and your bounce down to start producing four, or if you got like, or if you got friggin' uh, the it's just Crumbling Vestige, I think it's called, where it adds one mana of any color to mana pool. You could, play the play it. I mean, you get one mana of any color, and then you have a colorless that you can use. So yeah, that's actually very it's actually very cool. So yeah, that's basically our number 8. Let's go to our number 7, and we got a very good card. I mean, that in general. I mean, we got um, Lotus Bloom. Lotus Bloom enabling, um, you know, uh, it was really good in classic modern. No, not classic modern. I mean, a long time ago, this was actually very playable card and very good. Especially like you'd use this in ad nauseum decks, some cascade decks. I mean, it's just because you suspend it for 3 turns, 0 mana, and you can tap to sacrifice the Lotus Bloom to add free. So basically, it's Black Lotus that's delayed for 3 turns. But you can get in. I mean, but you have some stuff that can cast for free. I mean, you could get in earlier. But it's basically a weaker version of the Black Lotus. It's just very good. I mean, Lotus Bloom is yeah, it just ramps you up. I mean, it basically lets you um, win on turn 4. Because then on turn 4 you have 7 mana, which allows you to play lots of combo pieces. I mean, it's just a delayed ramp spell, but it's good because you don't have to spend mana, so you can still do something else on turn 1. You have like you could play Urza Saga. I mean, or if you just have like a creature you want to drop or an enchantment. I mean, yeah, Lotus Bloom is actually kind of good. Let's go to our number 6, and we got slightly better than Lotus Bloom. We got the Lotus Pedal. It's a 0 mana artifact. You can sacrifice it to add 1 mana of any card to mana pool. Basically, a fraction of the Black Lotus. Yet it is much more playable. I mean, because it's not banned. I mean, it's not a broken card. I mean, it's legal in Legacy and Pauper, but it's restricted in Vintage. So I mean, this initially came out as a common in Tempest. Then they brought in from the vault Eds out. Then I mean, Tempest Remastered. That's the online version which made it an uncommon. Kaladesh Inventions. That's um that's actually very expensive. I mean, it's $468, and we got the list, which is the basically the Tempest version, which is somehow more expensive than the original Tempest card. I mean, the original Tempest was like $17. The list is $18, and then for the 30th anniversary, they gave out these promos which are worth $15. I mean, I remember this one event where just by participating you could get Lotus Pedals. Like, oh my god. Oh, and now it's coming back in Mystery Booster 2. Like, I mean, it's as a common, so it's never been upgraded. I mean, in an official paper set, it's never actually been upgraded uh, to a higher rarity. Like, only only in the Kaddish Inventions does it's a special rarity because it's a special card. But yeah, that's basically our number five. We got Lotus Pedal, very powerful card, by the way, and it just it's just another like storm card. I mean, you you just get a bunch of and much more usable than Lotus Bloom because Lotus Bloom is delayed. Lotus Pedal is quick and instant. I mean, it's just you use it on the first turn and you can already start doing stuff. And yeah, let's go to our number five, and we got Mana Vault, a one mana artifact that doesn't untap on your untap step and can and you can pay 4 mana on your upkeep to untap it. But during your draw step, if it's tapped, you take 1 damage and you tap for free colorless. So Mana Vault is basically like it's just um uh I remember when this was like played in Legacy, but they banned it in Legacy and what and restricted in Vintage, but it's Legion Commander, non-Oathbreaker, or Dual Commander. I mean, it's just a commander card. It's just it's very good. Some big mana rock that just gets you a bunch of mana, and well, it's all the way back from Alpha. If you check, it's Alpha. It's an already it's a rare from Alpha. I mean, limited edition Alpha, Beta, unlimited character set. So yeah, it was just on the same time period. Back in Alpha, it had so many broken man. We got like the Soul Ring, we got Mana Vault. I mean, both Soul Ring and Mana Vault are rare. The Power 9, which are Monson, 0 mana rocks. The Black Lotus. I mean, but yeah, anyways, that's Mana Vault. Gets reprinted and revised as well, where the where the price starts dropping a bit. I mean, legit revised edition is cheaper than like the other version. I mean, foreign black border is more expensive. I mean, you got Summer Magic and fourth edition, foreign black border, fifth edition, and then Masters Edition 4. Then Vintage Masters has the online print. That was like the last time. Vintage Masters and Manifold, an online promo, was the last time we see Manifold as a rare. I mean, and that's when they debuted the new art for Manifold. Then they did a Kaddish Inventions. I mean, originally Manifold was like a cube, but then they turned into a friggin' tower, like literally. I mean, well, Manifold is actually a ball. I mean, in friggin' Kaddish Inventions, it's literally a cube, but it also functions as a vault. I mean, it's literally what it is. And Ultimate Masters, then Double Masters 2 with a new showcase art, and then they brought back the 30th anniversary. And then they included friggin' Manifold in a secret layer drop, which is somehow the most expensive version of of the of the Manifold because it's a rainbow foil version seen in a uh seen in the secret layers for Fallout. Like, oh my god. I mean, yep. That's basically our number five. However, it's one of the most powerful mana rocks, but not the most. I mean, there's one from the same set with the same mana cost, which is even better. And it is The much more popular, powerful version of it, we got Soul Ring. So I'd say Soul Ring is better than Mana Vault because, well, here's the thing. I mean, it does produce one less mana, but you don't have to pay mana to untap it, and it doesn't start pinging you because you don't untap it. So Soul Ring is actually what what Mana Vault tries to do, but actually does it. I mean, you ramp few turns, get a bunch of cool stuff, and it's just really good. I mean, literally, Soul Ring is you play it, you turn one Soul Ring, and then you can pull in a rock or something. But for Mana Vault, you have to like you put down, and you just gotta wait like 1 or 2 turns to cast something big that's worth it, and then you have to wait 2 turns to then be able to untap it. You spend a turn to untap the Mana Vault, so Mana Vault actually slows you down. Like I mean, it only accelerates you a few turns, but then slows you down for like the rest of the game. It's not really. I mean, it is powerful, but it's nothing in comparison to Soul Ring. That's my honest opinion on Mana Vault. Like I mean, Mana Vault is good. I mean, it's much rare. They make it mythic or rare, like in every set. Soul Ring started out as a rare. Then they like, of course, they banned Soul Ring in the same formats um that um um that Mana Vault's banned in. But then they just keep on. They bring it back for like they just bring it back for every in every single like commander set as a uncommon. Like it's consistently been like literally it has 95 prints. No joke. I mean, all the way back from alpha. We got alpha, beta, unlimited. I mean, collectors, international collectors. I mean, it's revised, foreign black bordered, summer magic, judge promo, from the vault. Yeah, Sword and Master Decision 4, and then the first time they instead of upgrading to Mythic, they downgrade to a friggin' uncommon in Commander 2011. Then MTGO promo with the OG art, of course. I mean, I mean, Front of Vault's Relics is when they introduced the new art for Soul. I mean, Commander apparently was printed, no, not printed. It was introduced as a Mythic and Vintage Masters, but 0.12. It's very cheap. I mean, but it's somehow a Mythic. I mean, they then brought it back as a Legendary Cube prize pack. So that's MTGO, by the way. And well, it also put as a CODZ invention, and then yeah, it just has been consistently reappearing in every single commander deck and set as an uncommon. I mean, Magic Fest promo as well as a rare. I mean, for Commander Fest actually. I mean, so if you buy a packet for Commander, they give you Soul Ring, and you just do a gaunt. No, just you just it's just a part where you just play Commander with random people. That it's like never actually been there, but I don't like that idea. I mean, if I want to play Commander of randoms, I want to play um, Turbo or whatever. Let's see. I mean, there's also appear in the Commander Legends. With extended art, MTGO promos. I mean, Commander Collections was also having a Soul Ring color themed Soul Rings. I mean, green, then black as well. They also made a secret lair for Soul Ring and another secret lair for Soul Ring. And well, Warhammer also has a um, different art depending on the wherever faction it was. I don't know exactly, but yeah. Then 30th edition where they bring back the original art, and well, Then they have the soul rings for Lord of the Rings. Um we get the soul ring, I mean, and then soul rings for the different uh we got the elves, the dwarves, and the humans. Soul ring. I mean, the One Ring is the One Ring. It's not a Soul Ring. Also, Commander Masters, where we get extended art, uncommon. So I mean, Soul Ring is Doctor Who card, Secret Lair, Time Shifted. Wow. But yeah, and this Secret Lair drop is that's a William Shakespeare quote. I mean, one, not William Shakespeare. I mean, not really quote. It's a line from one of his plays, Henry V. But yeah, I mean, but yeah, and in Thunder Junction, they actually have a new art for Soaring, and same with Bloomborough. And then they bring back the current art for Soaring in Mystery Booster 2. So yeah, let's go to our number 3, where we got something even better than Soaring and Mana Wall. We got so yeah, I've changed my mind on Mana Crypt. Ages ago, I've said Soul Ring was better than Mana Crypt. I realize now that Mana Crypt is actually better than Soul Ring. It's a 0 mana artifact. At the beginning of your upkeep, you flip a coin. If you lose the flip, it deals 3 damage to you, and you tap for 2 mana. So does the same thing as Soul Ring. I mean, but you don't need to ping mana. It's a 0 mana, so you can play a line and this Mana Crypt on turn 1. You can just cast something for 3 mana with your colored mana as well. I mean, and because on turn 1, if you do Soul Ring, you probably won't be able to cast anything else, just maybe another rock. But with Mana Crypt, you can play other stuff. I mean, Mana Vault. I mean, it's the same. Like Mana Crypt and Mana Vault has been consistently appearing in random Master Set or other stuff. I mean, like if it's either Mana Crypt or Mana Vault that just randomly pulls up, and it's kind of expensive. I mean, Mana Crypt's actually the better Soul Ring. Mana Vault's the weaker Soul Ring. So yeah, Mana Crypt is actually good. I mean, it's really powerful. Just gets you some mana. I mean, it's not, of course, it's not the best rock. Of course, I mean, we got our number 2, like 5 of the best cards in the game, like at number 2 spot. But yeah, basically Mana Vault, you get the idea. It's just mana. It's just Soul Ring, but much stronger, and of course much rarer. So yeah, now we got not 1 but 5. The Motson. 5 Motson in the Power 9. Basically, among the most powerful cards in the whole game. Printed in Alpha, Beta, and Unlimited, and has never been reprinted again because it's part of the reserve list. I mean, well, as you can see from the art, they have made its own iterations the of the Motson. I mean, well, of course they had the international collector's edition and collector's edition, but then the printings they had like um they they brought back as an oversized card in the 2007 Vintage Championship. So the winner takes an oversized Mott's Jet. Then it's a not on paper, but this is the one you see right now is the Vintage Masters bonus rarity, much rarer than Mythic. I mean, it's literally it's rare. It's rare to find it online. I mean, it's the Power 9 in the Vintage Master Power 9 and Library of Alexandria. They are um they are bonus rarity. The they're not like mythic. They're even rarer than mythic. It's just they're yeah, they're just rare, and well, they're good because the thing is that it's basically there's one for each color, and um and the thing is, unlike lands, you can actually play them like you play a land, you play a monster, and that's like 2 mana. Like I've seen how powerful these are. I mean, I've been playing Super Jump Phantom. I played two Super Jump Phantom leagues, one of which I actually cleared it, and one of which I actually lost it. I mean, I lost like one I did a 5-1 and one I did a 0-3. And the monster are just because you just skip a turn. Literally, I mean, you just go forward one turn over the opponent, and of course they are restricted in Vintage, banned in Legacy, banned in Commander. I mean, all the Power 9 cards are banned everywhere except Time Twister, which is Commander legal but banned in Dual Commander. But yeah, oh, also Oathbreaker. I mean, look, I mean, they also put as an MTGO promo as a rare. Nice. Then then they then they bring back, I mean, well, for vintage championship cards, they also start like they just make oversized cards. I mean, like a few times they made for Motson, the only but yeah, they make oversized versions of the Power Knight for vintage champions. So, well, not all of them. I mean, Tolarian Academy was one of them. I mean, Library of Alexandria is another one, which was sometimes regarded as the Power 10 card. I mean, sometimes it's Library of Alexandria, sometimes it's Mishra's Workshop, sometimes it's Time Vault. Also, Bizarre Baghdad. I mean, because initially they made like vintage, like they made the vintage championships, and then they made and then they start dividing them by regions. I mean, starting from 2016, where they made like the Jet for Europe, Sapphire for North America, Ruby for Europe, and then in 2018 they started making for Asia, which had a Time Twister. Europe had Ancestral Recall, and North America had had a Time Walk. So yeah, and and yeah, but in 2020 they gave out like free promos. I mean, we got Trojan Academy, Library of Alexandria, and Mishra's Workshop. And so instead of giving out one promo, now they started like giving out free promos and stuff. But all of them are just uh large cards, so they're not actually playable, so they don't breach the thing. I mean, well, they in 2023, no, not 2022, was when they brought back the regional thing. I mean, Bazaar back then in Asia, Time Walk in North America, Ancestral Recall in Europe, and well, Asia got black, but now but now they made like Black Lotus. I mean, last year they had Black Lotus, but different arts depending on the region. So yeah, let's go to number one, which is of course none other than Black Lotus, the most powerful card in the whole game. So this is a 0 mana artifact that you can tap and sacrifice to add free mana of any one card to mana pool. So it's just a ramp rock, Lotus Pedal but 3 times better, Lotus Bloom but no delay, of course, so like much better even. And well, it's just really powerful. You play this in vintage, and you can just do so many combos with it. You play an artifact land, you do Black Lotus, Tinker, and bring in Blightsteel Colossus, for example. Or you could just do a or you could do Black Lotus, Doomsday, and well, Doomsday combo with Fastest Oracle or something else. I mean, it's just this card's just broken. I mean, you can do so many things with it. I mean, oh my god. And what else? It's basically one of the core cards in a vintage deck. So if you have a Black Lotus and you like vintage, I mean, if you have a Black Lotus, chances are you'd want to keep it, safe in a safe or even that. I mean, this is a literally treasure card. I mean, unless you want to sell it, then just keep it in a just keep it somewhere, and have your have it graded for like I mean, have it graded and the price will go up. I mean, doesn't matter which version of Black Lotus, even freaking collector's edition or international collectors. I mean, it's still gonna be like expensive. I mean, the only like Black Lotus. I mean, well, the only ones that's not gonna be that expensive is the collect. It's the 30th anniversary, bro. But um, because people regarded them as like uh as proxies and not as like collectible cards. I mean, 30th anniversary had like some other. I mean, 30th anniversary is like was basically alpha and beta and unlimited with a few cards removed. Well, all of the OG arts. You can't play them in competitive, but you could. But you could use them in a commander deck for a casual and stuff. But I mean, some cards, are banned in commander. Well, they removed flavor texts as well. So yeah. Anyways, that's basically the number one, the most powerful artifact. Now, congratulations. You've reached the end of the podcast. So why don't you like and subscribe? Follow my Twitch channel if you haven't already. Share friends. Stay tuned for next video streams and podcasts. Next podcast, top 10 treasures. And it's not going to be live. It's going to be a recorded podcast, but afterwards it's going to be live. Trust me. So yeah. But yeah, anyways, uh, watch my other videos too. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and bye.